Hi, my name's Dawn. Some people call me Spice Dawn. The video that I'm going to be making today shows you how to make the felt strip samples for your wax. Now, I have some notes over here because I don't want to miss anything that's important, because this is a pretty good system, I think. What I like most about it is it has mess protection. In the warmer months or in the warmer states, mailing little wax samples to your customers can be quite a problem. I mean, you can't possibly keep them cool while they're driving around all day in the postal truck. So I want to show you these two little samples. One of them sat on the dashboard of my van out in the driveway, and it was 85 degrees today, and I left it there like most of the day. You can't even tell because it's felt and it reabsorbs anything that is liquidy. It like hardly runs, like really, you can't tell which sample was melted all day and which wasn't. When you squish it, you can tell that it's a little bit soft, that it firms right back up. So melt protection is key. That's a very good feature of this system. Now the other thing that I really like is it's super, super flat, okay? Talking about postal rates, anything that's like cut with crinkle cutters or maybe made in molds, that creates a little bit of a lump in your envelope. So when you take that to the post office, that's going to bump that postage up. Right now, the current postage is 46 cents. I think it bumps it up to 66, which if you do the math, I have a customer list of over 400, but even on a 100-person customer list, that could become quite costly. So I like them because they go in a regular envelope with a regular stamp right through the mail. Melted or not, they still look good. So another reason that I like it is it's very few resources needed, okay? A warmer. You can use one warmer. The reason that I have 4 set up here is because it's faster than the wax can melt. So I get 10 strips out of 1 cube, okay? So it's very economical because out of a whole bar, you can get 80 samples. You don't have really anything to buy. You have the warmers already, you have the wax already, you have scissors. I did step up and buy one of these. Okay, this is called a rotary cutter, and you need to buy a sheet of felt, okay? Now, you just cut your felt into little strips. Now, like I said, I ended up getting the rotary cutter because I was making a lot of these. And you just do a straight edge, and the way that I do it to be consistent with size is a 1/2 inch by 2 inches, which fits in my little zip bag nicely. I can get a ton of these little strips. I cut them all up ahead of time, so I have them whenever I need them. If I get a set of the month in or somebody wants to try something, I can just melt it in my own warmer at home, dip one in. I use tweezers to get them back out. So you just dip it in there, pick it back up. I give it a moment to hang. You can tap it on the side if you'd like. And then I lay the thing on a piece of parchment paper. I use a second set of tweezers to pop it off nicely. Now, 10 strips in the warmer for 1 cube. It can be a mid-sized warmer, it can be a full-size warmer or a premium. I suppose you could even use a plug-in, but you don't want to put all 10 strips in there at the same time, you'll overflow it. So, this is how they get firm. And then you just pick them off with your nail. You don't even have to put these things in the refrigerator. This will be firm very shortly. And then you just put it in your little Ziploc bag. Now, one thing that I want to bring up is, I know a lot of you may put your contact information inside the zip bag. I don't do that. I put it on the outside, or I just tape it to the business card, because if you're going to mail this on a super hot day, you don't want that melted wax from traveling around in the postal carrier's vehicle to stain or make your card look icky. So I like the business card on the outside. If you're going to label it, I also like the label on the inside, instead of putting a piece of paper with that scent written on it. So that is that. Let me check my notes. All you need to have is a warmer. you need to get the small Ziploc bags. You all know that you can get those at the craft stores very, very affordably. Sheet of felt. This thing is a 9 by 12 sheet of felt. I always get it in white. That way, my color of my wax shows true. So I always get them in white. They cost, I think, between 28 cents and 35 cents, depending upon where you buy them. So it's nice and thin and pretty darned affordable. Another thing you need, scissors. Everybody has those at home. I did step up and get the rotary cutter, but I also make some little fleece blankets, so I like it for that too. And tweezers. Tweezers just for picking it out of there so that you don't get wax under your nail. And a second set of tweezers if you want to easily pop it off. It's fast to make, which is good. There's no cleanup. I mean, you don't have molds, you don't have syringes, you don't have all that stuff that's required. You don't even have anything to melt it in other than the warmer. So when you throw your things in there and it all absorbs it, then you just wipe it out with a paper towel and you're done. It's very, very easy. So fast to make and no cleanup. The way I tell my girls to think about this is think of it as a tester, okay? You're mailing a little tester. People buy wax all the time without melting it in their own home. They really do. When you're at a party and everybody's sniffing the testers, oh, I want this one, and oh, I want that one. You don't really need to have a huge amount of scent throw, although you could get some scent throw from this. If that's a concern for you, you could have them put their plug-in in a small bathroom, let this little thing melt in there. It's going to give you some scent throw. Now, do I wish I could give all my customers a full cube to try at home? Sure. I wish I could give them a full bar to try at home. But in the real world, you have to be careful when you're in business because you want to have a nice balance of customer contact along with the expense and the time that you put into these things. These are very fast and easy, and I like that because I'd rather see my team use their time promoting their business, whereas their actual sample making is fairly streamlined. So, put your contact information on the outside in case it melts in the mail. Also, think of it as a tester. You're going to send your customer this. They're going to get it in the mail, and they're going to smell it, read your little newsletter, and then they're going to take it to work, let other people smell it. They can get more orders for you for the scent that you're featuring, rather than you sending them a little piece, them melting it the first night. Day 2, it's not as strong. Day 3, they're changing it with something else. So I think that these little babies get you more mileage on customer promotion of that featured scent. So that's another reason that I really like them. I also tell my customers that they can leave it in their purse and it makes their purse smell really nice. It's not messy. Again, if they leave their purse in the car or even in the winter, set it down by the heater and that side of their purse gets a little warm. This little thing isn't going to do anything. Again, one of them sat in the dash of my van all day long, and you can't even tell because it's not a big mess. It's still looking presentable. So I hope that has helped you. You can cut shapes, by the way. I forgot to talk about that. I just cut the strips because it's very quick and easy, but at Valentine's I did about 10 of these and said, psh, enough of that. And at St. Patrick's Day I wanted to look like I was really impressive, and I made a shamrock. I made one shamrock. I just find that my time is put better toward other things in my business than sitting in front of the television cutting little shapes. But if you love doing that, and you're all crafty, and you have kids that'll help, go for it. But I hope this has answered your questions. Please feel free to use this video for training on your teams. And I hope that it helps you use your time for your Scentsy business more efficiently and helps you get your name and your contact information and the scent that you would like to feature out to your people. Thank you.